Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with an exciting video on Darkhawk's release here, now officially joining us into the game here. So as you can see, he's going to be joining the rest of his fellow Pegasus tech raid allies, but as well, one of his key highlights is being able to spread negative effects while also giving his fellow allies offense up. He's going to be granting, this mixture here of the critical hit chance and damage that's being applied, and as well, the first weakening here of actually implementing the speed bar manipulation. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of supportive buffs that Darkhawk's bringing to the table on top of his damage. So very exciting times. Obviously, we always want to take advantage of a new character unlocked because of them joining, but as well, the opportunity here for Rest Our Orbs having that increased drop rate. So we're going to be taking a look at that today. We're going to be reviewing his kit, taking a look at what T4 upgrades we can focus on, as well as his Iso-8 preemptively before he comes into the unlock here. So let's get right to it, guys. So first and foremost, we go to supply store here. And then we do see his avatar here. Always double check that obviously he's showing here. I am going to be actually using some of these higher Elite 4s. And to be honest, guys, I'm not going to go crazy on him just because he's definitely not one of the key members of the Pegasus team. So I think I'm going to be pretty happy with just the 4 here. But let's double check before we open anything that he is featured. You always want to make sure, because there has been some instances in the past where sometimes they're not live, and we do, however, see his 15% being applied here, and it is effective. So let's do this, guys. I don't see any of my fellow Alliance members opening them yet, but let's take a chance here and see how we do. Especially now that more of these red stars have become farmable. There's definitely been an abundance of red stars now going around. We're getting a lot of duplicates these days, especially with the incursion campaigns having that chance to farm the 7 and the 6 reds. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. So there we go, we got the 4 red, so super smooth. At this point, I just want to conserve resources. That's kind of what I'm going for. It's rare when we have a new character anyways that come out that you're gonna be able to get a 4 yellow on them, unless there's like a very generous event following. So either way, I got a boatload of these silver promotion credits to upgrade him from 4 to 5 anyway. So, well, we're happy what we got there. Let's now take a look at his kit. Just absolutely love the way this character looks. Cannot wait to unlock him because he's going to be really super fun to play with, but as well, just seeing their animations and everything come alive in the incursion rate is going to be super fun. So let's get right to it, guys. Steel Wing is his basic ability, as you can see, attacking primary and adjacent targets for percentage damage. When he performs counterattack, he's also gaining deflect, so it's kind of nice that he's getting a defensive capability there. On his attacks, he's also going to be gaining offense up and applying offense down to enemy targets. This attack also has additional crit chance, and as we level this up, I think the notable one is level 7, where the offense down does last for 2 full turns. Really appreciate the fact that now this is applicable even outside raids. So for that reason, this T4 does make sense if you have the upgrades. 2 turns to primary and adjacent targets is going to be very valuable from a team dynamic wise. So I definitely would recommend the upgrade, but let's take a look at the special and ultimate and passive before we make that priority of what to upgrade first. Raptor Beam is his special ability here, applying disruption and defense down, as well as applying offense up to himself and adjacent tech allies. So I really like that this can also be applied to non-Pegasus members. Counter is going to get applied to himself and Pegasus. He's also going to be spreading the negatives from the primary to adjacent targets, disruption and defense down lasting for 2 turns. More negatives can be spread as this ability gets leveled up, and as well as more counters. So the T4 here is spreading all negatives from the primary to adjacent enemies, as well as giving the team an offense up for himself and adjacent tech allies. This is a really big upgrade. Definitely would prioritize this one before the basic because of that offense up, and as well being able to spread those negative effects to really cripple the team with the special ability here. Ultimate is Dark Flurry, so attacking all enemies for percentage damage, in addition to applying offense up once again. So a lot of buffs being applied, which is really big. In raids, the speed bar is actually gonna get applied and assisting the allies there. Also reducing the enemies in raids as well. That's gonna get expedited as we level this up. But lastly, the big one being here, the 25% damage per offense up on this character, as well as the offense up lasting for 2 full turns to himself and all Pegasus allies. So that is pretty big, guys. Again, the special and ultimate are actually probably more important to upgrade. So definitely some things to consider here for options, but yeah, they're more important in terms of just providing more value to the team, in my honest opinion. Definitely would work on getting those up. Lastly, with the passive, there's usually a lot of different passive boosts that get applied, right? So Birds of Prey passive on self or ally crit, he's gonna be healing himself for 15% of HP. So I like how it doesn't really scale as well. It's just a raw 15%. And as we level this up, the crit chance, crit damage is gonna go up. In raids, the crit chance of enemies is gonna get decreased as well. Critical hit chance per tech ally, and again, really nice that this does not just apply obviously here for just Pegasus allies, but as well as the tech, right? And then the T41 being the raw 30% crit damage, and then as well as all Pegasus allies gaining additional crit damage. So for that reason, guys, like these all make sense, especially if you're bringing them in. And I love the fact that it gives you so much value outside of raids now, in pretty much all game modes, right? So the special, the ultimate, and passive is probably what I would prioritize first, especially if you want to maximize that raw damage and offense up before the basic ability here. It's still a good ability, but this is more of a damage mitigation, whereas the other three are offensive focused. And for that reason, I can definitely see two Iso-8 styles on him, right? One is obviously the Raider, because the Raider is going to increase his critical hit damage and chance. It's his raw output's going to obviously scale, but as well, he can also be utilized as a striker if you're finding that there's more raiders and skirmishers on the team here. It really depends on the other four characters and how they're kind of slotted in, but I think Raider makes the most sense, and striker if there's no one else that can leverage obviously the vulnerables to have those double attacks. But either way, Darkhawk's going to be dealing a lot of damage and providing those offensive buffs for the rest of the team. So hope this helps you guys in your reference as you guys are reviewing upgrading your Darkhawk. Good luck in your guys' red star orbs as well. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.